everyone and welcome. Today's project is going to be a quick release buckle collar. I will be using a quick release nickel plated buckle in 1 inch, and I'm also using a 1 inch O-ring. Before we get started on the colors that I have chosen for this project, I do want to apologize. This video is extremely late. It should have been out last month. This collar is going to be themed for Mental Health Awareness Month, which is May. And I don't know how I missed this, but I did, and I am sorry. I'm glad that I caught it in time so I can at least put it out for May, but it should have been out last month, and I do apologize for that because in the beginning of the year I explained that I was going to try and get any collars that were themed out a month prior to when it would be, and I just missed this one, and I do apologize. With that said, the colors that I'm going to be using today are, I have my double cow's hitch hooked up with 550 Kelly green. If you are not familiar with how to do the double cow's hitch, I'll leave a link below. I show you guys how you can do it on the quick release buckle, as well as if you wanted to make a collar that was adjustable. I show you guys how to hook it up to an adapter as well. And if you're not familiar with how to hook it up to your jig, I do go over that, and all of that is in the same video. And I will leave that down below for you guys. So again, for my double cow's hitch, I'm using 550 paracord in Kelly green. I'm also going to be using another 550 in Kelly green, as well as 550 in black, and then I have 550 in black with green glitter. So to start, the first color that I'm going to be adding is the black and green glitter cord. And what I want to do here is I'm going to loosen up my cow's hitches just a little bit. I am using a paracord needle. If you don't have one, it's quite alright. You can melt the tip of your cord to create a hard cap to be able to push it through. What we're going to do here is we're just going to take our glitter cord and we're going to go right through those two cow's hitches. So you just want to go right through those two cow's hitches. Like that. Pull it to the other side and bring the middle of the cord to the top of your work. The next cord that we're going to add is the black, and what we want to do is we want to find the middle of the black cord. So you can take your two ends of your black, put them together, and just drag that through your fingers until you get to the end, and then you will find the middle of your cord. You want to have this loop right here, and what we're going to do here is we're going to push this loop down the slit in your buckle. So you're going to take the middle of your cord, the loop, and you're going to push it down in that slit in the buckle. And it might take a few seconds to get in there. Okay. So now you have your loop that's gone through. You want to pull that loop up through the middle of your work, and then take these two ends and push them down that loop. So you're just going to go down. You're making another cow's hitch with the black. Don't tighten it up too much just yet. Next we're going to take our other Kelly green, and what we're going to do here is we're going to take the end of it, and we're going to go through the black cow's hitch. So that's all you're going to go through. So you're just going to go through like that, just like that. Pull this to the middle at the top of your work, and then you're going to tighten everything up. Okay, once you have your work in the middle and you have it nice and tight, you can roll up some of your ends. You can roll up your Kelly green that you made the double cow's hitch with, and you can also roll up your glitter cord. It'll make it a little bit easier to work with. The other Kelly green and black cord, we're going to be pushing them through the O-ring, so you don't want to roll them up just yet. I have my O-ring at the top of my work now. I use a clothespin because I work on an inclining desk. So that's a good trick if you have a desk like me. This helps it from it constantly sliding down. I am going to take my 2 black cords and I'm just going to put them at the top for now, just to get them out of my way. To start, we're going to be starting off on our right side. We're going to take our smaller bundle of Kelly green, and what we're going to do is we're going to just basically go right up the middle and then over your left cord. Next, you're going to take the cord on your left and go underneath that cord that you just worked. Again, right up the middle and then over that right cord. Now we're going to take our glitter cord, and what we want to do here is we're going to go underneath all of our work, right up the middle, and then down this loop on our right side. So take your glitter cord on the right, go underneath, right up the middle, and then you have your loop, go down that loop. Next, you're going to take your glitter cord on the left, and you're going to go underneath all of your work, right up the middle, and then you have your loop on the left side. You're going to go down that loop. So go underneath, right up the middle, and then down that loop. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 black cords and I'm going to push them through the O-ring. So I'm going to take off my clothespin. I'm going to push them through the O-ring. Once they're through the O-ring, you want to find your 2 horizontal green cords that are in the middle of your work, and you can pull up on them. You're going to take your 2 black cords now and you're going to go around those 2 Kelly green cords, around or right around the bottom part of the O-ring, and you're going to come up in the middle right in between your 2 black cords. So you're just going to bring it right up in between. So take your 2 black cords, go over and around those 2 horizontal green cords around the bottom part of the O-ring as well, and then you're going to come up in between your 2 black cords and pull that up, and now you can push it back down the O-ring. So you're just going to push it back down the O-ring. Next, you're going to take your 2 Kelly green cords that are not rolled up and you are going to push them through the O-ring. Once you have those through, you're going to take your cord that is on your right side now of that Kelly green, and you want to find your 2 horizontal green cords, but you want to go to the left of your black cords. So you're going to go to the left of them. You're going to take your Kelly green cord that's on your right, that's not rolled up, and you're going to go around those 2 horizontal pieces, the bottom part of the O-ring, and then you're going to come up and out the left. So take the one on the right And you're just going to cross over and go around those two horizontal pieces and the bottom part of the O-ring, and you're just going to bring it up to the left and pull it through. Now you're going to take the one that is on your left side now. You're going to cross over your green cord that you just did, and you want to go to the right of the black cords and find those two horizontal green cords, and you're going to go around those two horizontal cords around the bottom part of the O-ring, and you're going to come up and you're going to go out to the right. So take your Kelly green that's not rolled up on your left, go around, and then up and pull it towards the right. And then you can push these two cords through the O-ring, and then you can tighten up your work. Alright, once you have it nice and tight, you can roll up your other Kelly green cord. I do suggest rolling it up maybe a little bit larger than your first cord. So here's my first one, and then here's my second one, and that will help you figure out which one to grab when you're weaving. Also, I am not going to be rolling up my two black cords. It's just a little bit easier to be able to just wrap them around and then pull them through. Once you have all that taken care of, we can just get started again. I'm just going to take my two black cords and I'm going to be putting them to the top. That way they won't be in my way. And I'm going to start off again on my right side with my smaller bundle of green cords. So I'll start on my right and I'll go right up the middle and then over that cord on my left side. Take the one on my left now, go underneath the cord that I just worked. I'm going to go right up the middle again and then over. Next I'm going to take my glitter cord and I'm going to go underneath all my work again and right up the middle with the right cord. And then I have the loop on my right. I'm going to go down that loop. Take the one on the left and I'm going to go underneath again, right up the middle. I have my loop that I made on the left. I'm going to go down that loop. And now it'll be a little bit easier now to see what you're doing because you don't have the O-ring to deal with anymore. So now I have my two horizontal pieces right here in the middle, and I'm going to take my two black cords and I'm going to go around those two, make sure that they're not twisted at all. I'm going to go around those two horizontal cords and I'm going to bring it right back up the middle or in between the two black cords. So take your black cords, go around those two horizontal pieces and then go in between those two black cords and bring it back up. Bring it up and then you can just drape it down. Now I'm going to take my Kelly green larger bundle on my right side, find those two horizontal pieces of green to the right of your black cord, and you're going to go over those two and around, and you're going to come up and you'll be on the left side of your working cord. So go over and around and come up on the left side of your working cord. So you're in between your working cord and the black. go to the left of your black cords, find those two horizontal pieces, take your left larger bundle of Kelly green, you're going to go over and around, and you're going to come up the right side of your working cord. So go over and around and come up the right side. And now you'll be in between your working cord, which is here, and the black, which is here. So you're right in between that. And then you can tighten it up. Once you have it nice and tight, we can start it again. So I'm going to take my black cords and I'm just going to put them to the top. I'm going to find my smaller bundles of green. I'm going to start with the one on the right, and I'm going to go right up the middle and then over. Take the one on the left, go underneath the cord that you worked, right up the middle again and over. Next I'm going to take my glitter cord on my right side. I'm going to go underneath my work, right up the middle, and then down this loop that I have on my right. Take the one on the left, go underneath, right up the middle, and then you have your loop on the left, go down that loop. Take your two black cords now and find those two horizontal green pieces. You're going to go over. I'm going to make sure that they're not twisted. I'm going to go over those two horizontal pieces and around. And I'm going to come up in between the two black cords. Bring it up. You can drape it down. And now we're going to go to the weave that we did in the very beginning with these two larger bundle of green cords. So you're going to take this one on the right, and we're going to cross over the black and come to the left of your black, find those two horizontal pieces, and you're going to go over and around and out the left. So take the one on the right, cross over, go over and around those two horizontal pieces and out the left. Now you're going to take the one on the left, you're going to cross over, you're going to go all the way to the right of the black cord, find those two horizontal pieces, you're going to go over and around and out the right. So take the one on the left, go cross over, go over those two horizontal pieces and around and out the right, and then you can tighten it up. Once you have it tight, start again. So I'm going to take my black and I'm going to put it up to the top. I'm going to take my smaller bundles of green, take the one on the right, go right up the middle, over. Take the one on the left, go underneath the cord that you just worked, right up the middle, and then over. Take your glitter cord on the right now, go underneath your work, right up the middle, down that loop on your right. Take the one on the left, go underneath, right up the middle, down that loop on your left. Now you're going to find those two horizontal pieces, take your black, go over and around those two, and then right up the center of the two black cords and pull it up and through. You can drape it down. For the larger bundle of Kelly green, what we're going to do is what we did on the second weave. So we're going to take the one on the right, we're going to go to the right of our black cord, find those two horizontal pieces. You're going to take your Kelly green on the right and you're going to go over and around, but you're going to come up the left side of your working cord. So go over and around, and now I came up the left side of my working cord, so I'm right in between the black and the green. For the one on your left, you're going to go to the left of the black cord. You're going to find those two horizontal pieces, go around them, and then you're going to come up the right side of your working cord. So go over and around, and you come back up the right, so you're in between the black and the green, right in the middle, and then you can tighten it up. So this is what it's starting to look like. I did go down a few more weaves so you could see a bigger portion done, and I'm going to continue this pattern all the way down the collar, and when I get to the end I'll show you guys how I do the tie off and what it looks like when it is completely done. Alright guys, I am at the end of my collar. I did take it off the jig, and now we can weave in the top cords that are coming directly out of the top part of your collar. We're going to weave those from front to back. So I'm going to start with my Kelly green. And you have a small gap in between your work and your two cow's hitches. You're going to put both your green cords that are coming out of the top part of your collar, you're going to put both of those through that gap from front to back. And for the two black cords, you have a really small hole in between your two cow's hitches, and you're going to go in that hole from front to back again with both of the black cords. So once you have that taken care of, we can cut and melt our ends. So I'm going to start off on my side. I'm going to make sure that everything is nice and tight, and I am going to cut about 1/2 inch up of the glitter cord as well as my Kelly green cord. And I have terrible scissors today. There we go. I'm going to fray them out. This one is a little bit long. And then I'm going to melt them and squish them down. I don't know where my butter knife is, so I'm going to be using my scissors to squish it down. Now be aware with the glitter cord, it does catch on fire because of that glitter in there. That's what catches on fire, so just be careful. I'm going to do the top one first. And I'm going to squish that down. Next I'll do the glitter cord. I kind of pull away, just trying not to let it catch on fire, but like I said, it does happen. And now I'm going to squish this one down. Oops, that didn't squish down. Let me try that again. I really do recommend using a butter knife and not scissors. It is a little bit harder. Okay, I'll do the same for the opposite side. Okay, once you have those two sides done, we can start in the middle. I am going to start with my green. And I'm going to start with the one on my left. I'm going to cut this about the same length, maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to fray it out. I'm going to melt it and I'm going to squish it down. I'll do the other green one the same way, and then I will do the black cords. I'll do everything one at a time. If you burn it one at a time, you can hold the other cords out of your way. Alright, once you have that melted, if you want, you can use your collar as is. I am going to put some Gorilla Glue on my ends. I do that for all of my collars and leashes. It's just a little bit of extra security on this area where you just squashed everything down. So I use clear non-foaming Gorilla Glue, and I'm just going to dab it on and then rub it around with my finger. Uh-oh. Okay. So I'm just going to rub it around with my finger, and then once it's dry, I'll let you guys see what the finished result looks like.